And for Off the Block, I'm Vinny Lipson. We are now joined by the new head coach of the Belmont Abbey men's volleyball team, Sean Manzi, as he takes over the position. And Coach, what has the last week or two been like for you since you got the new position?
It's been very, very hectic. It's my first head coaching position collegiately, and as soon as Coach DeJute left, it was, okay, here's your program, see you later. But it's also been a whirlwind of trial by fire. So I'm very fortunate that I've got a great staff around me. There's a lot of amazing people that work here at Belmont Abbey, and everyone is open to helping out. The guys that I've met have all taken warmly and have, been doing all their workouts and have helped me in whatever facet I can. So it's a really great place to be, even though my desk is cluttered beyond belief. And I'm learning and going, and it's really an awesome position.
And for you, you spent a lot of time coaching in New Mexico. You were up in Canada last year coaching. What was it about the Belmont Abbey job that appealed to you and made you apply for it?
In my interview, they asked me the same thing. And something was weird that I didn't want to leave Guelph. I guess it wasn't weird. I didn't want to leave Guelph. I was with my girlfriend. I had a great position at Guelph. And I just didn't want to leave. And for some reason, I saw this position open, and I applied for it. It was the only job I applied for over the hiring term.
And Coach, being able to talk a little bit about the team that you inherit coming into Belmont Abbey, I'm sure you've been able to see a little bit of film on them. What has stood out for you in being able to watch them play a little bit on tape?
I watched them last season. I watched their last 4 matches via live stream, and it's a lot of raw power, a lot of raw athleticism out of them. We've got Nolan Albrecht coming back for his final season. Conference Carolina's comeback player of the year, and talking to a couple of the players and Nolan. Their goal is to win the Carolinas. After getting dropped by Mount Olive in the first round of the playoffs and taking them to 2 games prior, they were a little frustrated and peeved. So they see that they can hang with this team, and they can see that they can hang with the upper echelon, I guess you could say. And the guys are kind of frustrated, and they want, maybe not vengeance, but they want another shot. They want to do it again. You get aced, and you just say, "Give me the ball again." So they want to do it. So we've already established goals, not necessarily as a whole team because all the guys aren't here yet, but we've established goals that we want to win the Carolinas, and we want to take over the world.
Well, and talking about the Conference Carolinas, just the level of play, from your standpoint, you've kind of been able to see a little footage. Have you been impressed with the improved quality of play from this conference the last couple of years?
Yeah, I can't honestly say that I've checked up on it for the past 6 years or so. It's just been from what I've seen these past 2 years. And I have to give credit that I've learned most of my Conference Carolinas from the net live, so I don't know how credible that is. But after watching Pfeiffer and Limestone and Mount Olive and these teams, I've got to give them a lot of credit and respect where it's due, that all these teams want to grow the programs, and whether it's being a faster offense or better defense, they're going to do it. And that's something we have realized, that we need to be faster at the pins, faster at the middle, better in the blocking, and smarter volleyball players. We're in the process of recruiting a bunch of guys who are coming out of Florida, Hawaii, etc., that know that college isn't the slowest game in the world. They got to be a lot faster. And so all these kids that we're recruiting are already in the gym as 2016s to get better for 2017.
Okay. Right. And talking about recruiting, I know we can't get into the specific players you're going after, but you talked a little bit about the speed and the pace of the game. But what are some of the other qualities and attributes that you're looking for when you're recruiting players?
We look for a lot of interaction. I want to see how they do with their teammates, how they do with their parents, how they do with their coaches and officials. You know, and if they, you know, if I see them at the snack shack line and see how they do with the person serving them. You know, here at Belmont Abbey, we're all about creating the best person that we can, and so we don't want to see somebody who's talking down to people and negative. And my biggest thing is that it comes down to how good of a teammate and how good of a person are you. Nolan Albrecht really is the epitome of that, because he's been nothing but pushing his teammates, even though he's in the mountains doing mountainy things. I don't know. But he's still texting them, emailing them, saying how they're doing with their workouts and getting them better to make the program better. So that's something we really strive for our recruits.
Yeah. And final question before we let you go, you know, for people who haven't seen you coach before, you know, how would you describe your coaching style? Is there maybe a current coach who you maybe try to emulate yourself a little bit after?
That's funny because, you know, when I'm a head coach, I kind of am a lot less animated. But when I was assistant, it's kind of let the head coach do the thing, and I just get everyone pumped up. But as the head coach, it's I'm very thoughtful in it. I'm not gonna yell. I'm not gonna get too worked up, because what's the point of doing that in the middle of a match when they're already concentrating on their next play or something? So when I'm coaching, it's pretty cool, calm and collected, and during practice I'll go. So we establish the yelling in the practice, and then in the match you kind of just do your thing. Trust it.